Happy Thursday. I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio at the Morning Pulse here on this April 24th. In 2021, a former North Platte resident shared intention and announced plans to build an apartment complex on more than 50 acres of farmland west of Newberry Access in North Platte in very close proximity to sustainable beef. However, as the land changed ownership, those development plans were shelved. Despite the setback, Lincoln County business leaders kept the vision alive. On Tuesday, Nebraska-based Chief Industries held the first of several municipal meetings to discuss a new plan of developing a nearly 300-unit mobile home park on the same property. North Platte Area Chamber Development Corporation President and CEO Gary Pearson spoke in favor of the measure and spoke to the high quality and good partnership of Chief Industries.
You see a lot of the target market for the workforce. We're missing that element into the community, and for all the reasons everybody expressed tonight, how difficult it is to develop a mobile home park. It's probably why we haven't seen one in North Platte for decades. And to be so fortunate to have a developer like Chief Industries, Pretoria Ventures, Bonnevilla, to be willing to step forward and do this. They're doing developments all over the region, and this probably wouldn't be something on their radar screen had it not been for the community kind of reaching out to them, knowing what first-class developments they do. Quality development company, quality people to deal with, and their products are just top-notch.
After approval from the North Platte Planning Commission, the rezoning and additional applications and requests from Chief Industries will be discussed at the North Platte City Council meeting on the 6th of May. Stick with News 2 for additional details and developments. Now to an update on the fire in Brown County near Ainsworth. It began as a prescribed burn and then quickly spread out of control. The Plum Creek fire has burnt nearly 7,000 acres, and now Governor Jim Pillen has issued a statewide burn ban. 62 local, state, and federal agencies have responded to help fight the blaze, including members of the Nebraska National Guard and fire departments from our region, including Thedford, Mullen, and Valentine. Governor Pillen saying that the burn ban is necessary and a choice for Nebraska, given that the current conditions across the state are continuing to be troublesome for fires.
I can tell you that making this decision, myself and our team haven't lived in a hole. We've talked to a lot of people, talked to a lot of folks across the state today. And at the end of the conversation, each person said, please put a ban on.
The governor also signed 2 emergency declarations to provide resources for that fire, and drought conditions officials say are going to continue to be an issue as well, and that emergency declaration from the governor also contributing to that as well to help fight some drought conditions. Officials also reassured that Johnsontown, the closest town to the fire, is not under any immediate threat as of now. For now, the statewide burn ban is in effect until next Wednesday. That's going to be a week from yesterday. Residents in the Tri-City community of Hastings now have the possibility to use micro-TIF funding to pay for the cost of renovations. Of course, micro-TIF is a concept that is not at all foreign to the North Platte region. It's become a very common tool used for development here across the North Platte community, and it's not surprising. Many will remember that former District 42 Senator Mike Groney introduced the idea of micro-TIF in the Nebraska legislature. Current District 42 Senator Mike Jacobson had introduced a couple of cleanup bills, and it's become a common tool across the North Platte community, and that tool continues to be used across the state, now into the Tri-City community of Hastings. Now, the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services reminding that spring and summer are the primary seasons for tick encounters across Nebraska. The Department of Health and Human Services is urging residents to be mindful and take steps to protect themselves, including wearing light-colored clothing to make ticks easier to spot, using EPA registered insect repellents, avoiding areas with high grass and leaf litter, and conducting full-body tick checks as well. Diseases spread by ticks include Rocky Mountain spotted fever, Lyme disease, and more. And it's almost May, which means it's almost time for the Nebraska Beef Passport. Beginning the 1st of May, participants can visit nearly 60 locations around the state, check in and earn points. They can also redeem for prizes throughout the Nebraska Beef Council. Each visit is also one entry for the grand prize drawing of one of 2 fresh beef bundles. Stops this year include places like Laura Lee's Double Country Store and Cafe in Harrisburg, as well as different stops across the entire state. You can find some in David City, Lincoln, Wahoo. The program runs May 1st through September 30th. More information can be found at goodlifegreatsteaks.org. Lastly today, a new federal lawsuit filed late last week at a farm in California is alleging that the federal government kept the public in the dark about an E. coli outbreak from romaine lettuce. According to a news release from last Thursday, November 2024 outbreak sickened 89 people in 15 states, including hospitalizations of 7, which had kidney failure, and 1 even resulted in death. There were 3 confirmed cases of E. coli here in Nebraska linked to the California farm, along with 1 in Colorado, 1 in Kansas, 1 in South Dakota, and 50 in Missouri. Rounding out the morning pulse here on this Thursday, April 24th, with a check of the 7-day forecast. Temperatures today approaching the upper 50s. A little bit more gloomy, like we had a little bit of yesterday. Temperatures on Friday and Saturday going to be pretty identical. Today bringing our strongest chance of moisture, though. Temperatures on Sunday warming up back into the seasonably warm temperatures we were experiencing earlier this week, and that will continue into early next week as well.